Welcome, Ten Toes family. It's your boy Tony, and you're watching TentoezTV. And also, welcome new subscribers. Very, very appreciative. I don't know. Look. I don't know how many times I gotta keep saying it, but I'm gonna keep saying it forever. Thank you guys. It's fun, the journey. It's going great, and I appreciate every single one of you guys who subscribe, or even the ones who take time out of your day to watch some of the videos. But yo, today we got some crazy conspiracies. And I had to put together this compilation because I was scrolling, right? And I was scrolling for the past it took me maybe a good 2 days to get some of these together because I just kept seeing some good crazy videos and I was like, yo, I need to share this with the collective. So yo, we're gonna be breaking down some conspiracies today and some strange videos, some disturbing videos. So yo, make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment. Let's send a positive vibe to someone who might need it. But without further ado, let's get to it.
There's some serious shit going down off the coast of Florida right now, and you're probably going to see a lot of videos over the next couple of days about what's happening. There's a group of whistleblowers, some claiming to be military personnel and sailors, going all around on X, Telegram, and even Reddit right now, talking about how the US Navy, and this is according to them, okay, apparently discovered a huge ship that's underwater off the coast of Florida somewhere near Daytona Beach. Apparently, whatever this thing is, has sent numerous pulses of energy out and apparently knocked out power to a couple of the ships. This is all being reported by them, by the way, and apparently this thing is appearing on radar and then disappearing off of radar. I mean, there's some crazy shit going down. And now there's objects being seen off the coast of Daytona Beach. Numerous objects, might I mention, that seem as if they're coming out of the water and then flaring out into the sky that look literally as bright as the sun. I've seen these same exact objects appear in the sky over the Gulf of Mexico throughout the last couple of months now. I have no idea what they are, sometimes being chased by what looks to be military helicopters and what looks to be even fighter jets. And that just adds to all the rumors that have been coming out about some mothership appearing out there as well. Now apparently this has been occurring over the course of the last couple of days now, so I went to TikTok and I looked it up, and lo and behold, what do you know? There's actual videos of them appearing over the water, some literally flaring as bright as the sun. I have no idea what these objects could be, but I've seen literally about 200 of them since January. Every single time I try to post a video of them, my videos are always suppressed. So if you live in or anywhere around Daytona Beach, I need you to go outside. I need you to look in the sky and see if you see any of these objects, because I need an explanation real quick.
That's wild, yo.
No sé, pero no parece un avión. No sé qué fue eso, pero cayó aquí cerca. Se escuchan los helicópteros, la policía. Andrea, vamos allá rápido, vamos.
I don't know what he was saying, but hope they're okay, whatever's going on.
Because Target is losing traction in their stores, they're now selling their products via the TikTok shop. For anyone who knows...
Okay, hold on. Let me pause it right there. Yo, wait, what? She said, okay, so because Target's losing traction and people are boycotting Target, that they're starting to sell their stuff on the TikTok shop. Yo, that's not even right. And you guys know who bought out TikTok, right? Meta. So, for now, stores that are being boycotted being able to sell their merchandise on TikTok shop, that's kind of... Yo, you guys, how y'all feel about that? I have nothing to say about that. That's just wrong. Let's get to it.
Those candles, they're selling them on TikTok. Stay woke.
That's crazy.
Hey, it's Glamham with some unusual breaking news from LA County, specifically Pacoima, where a 40-year-old man has been illegally crafting fireworks that just exploded. And there were so many of them, they have collapsed the roof into the house where he was making them. Search and rescue teams are trying to extract 4 dogs from the home. It does sound like those dogs are alive, thank goodness. The man has been taken to hospital with critical injuries. There are bomb squads and arson investigations on site. It goes without saying why fireworks are so illegal in LA County with the incredible fire hazards
y'all see that
we've seen this year. In fact, the Palisades fire may have started by the remains of a brush fire caused by illegal fireworks on New Year's Eve. Also, fireworks can cause trauma for wildlife, pets, and combat veterans, just to name a few. I hope everyone involved stays safe, and we'll see you in the comments. Take care.
Let me tell you a true story. Be simple and watch this video to the end. What is going on out here? This video is for entertainment purposes only. Let's go. Come on, man. When will it end? This is in Phuket, Thailand. Guys, this is happening worldwide. Shh. Shut up! What is this? What is going on here? What is this, man? Meanwhile, in Vancouver, Canada. Come on! What is this, man? What is going on out there? Shh. Shut up! You see it? What is that? Phuket, Thailand, Vancouver, Canada, and we can't forget about Florida. Stop playing with me, son. This video is for entertainment purposes only, and I'm tired of seeing this stuff, guys. And to be honest with you, I think that was special effects. Somebody was playing with the green screens. I don't know what the hell is going on out there, but I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Shh. Shut up! What is that, guys? It looked like there was a light shining from top to bottom. Did you see it? Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game out here, guys, and I shouldn't even be up right now. I'm telling you. Right when I was about to go to sleep, I gotta see this type of stuff. I went outside to check to see if the skies is clear. It is. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game out here, guys. You see what's going on, so you better be careful. But I'll tell you one thing. If I go outside tomorrow morning and the sky is different and I see shit flying around, I guess it's normal now.
I'm fucking losing my shit. He is defunding the Department of Education, surrounded by a bunch of children.
Oh, yo, let me pause that right there, right? It wouldn't let me save this video, right? So I had to gather it. And so I put it on here. Now, look, check this shit out. Or, my bad. For YouTube, sorry for my language. Check this stuff out. How is he going to defund the Department of Education, right? Sitting near a bunch of children. That's ironic as shiz. I don't even know what's going on. Is this even real? Is life even real anymore, guys? Do you guys feel like life is real? Nothing feels real anymore. That's what's crazy about all of it. I might not even be real. Are you real? Let's get to it.
I'm gonna fucking throw up. And all he wants to do is brag about the pit. Just wait.
This is literally the sign to stop eating KFC chicken.
Oh, yo, okay, let me pause it right here. Yo, okay, so viewer discretion advised, and this is just a theory, this is just speculation, and it's for entertainment purposes only. But what I'm about to show you right here is wild if you haven't seen it. So KFC just came out with a commercial, right? That was very recent this year. And the commercial was kind of unhinged. It was wild. And it's not far. All these companies are doing some crazy stuff. Nutter Butter, let me see, Sour Patch Kids is starting to get into it. And now KFC. But watch, let's get into it. But it's creepy. It's really creepy.
If you still indulging in KFC, you must like humans. So y'all, KFC just dropped a commercial like 6 days ago. And they literally telling you in your face what their chicken is. This was by far one of the weirdest, craziest, demonic looking shit I ever seen all in one. They be telling us right in our face, and people just look at the commercial and be like,
damn, human. Okay, let me pause right there. Human made original recipe. Okay, do you guys know what Soylent Green meat is? So, all right, conspiracy theories and speculation. Okay, so Soylent Green meat is, think about it this way. Okay, look at how many graveyards we have, right? How many cemeteries we have. How many people are passing? Okay, there's no new cemeteries being built. Some of the headstones have been remained there for years and years and years and years. So there was a video, right, that I saw recently that these people wanted to, take their family member because they were moving out of the state. So they wanted to, take their, dig up their body so they can cremate them and, take the remaining wherever they're going. But so when they went to dig it up, there was no hole, there was no nothing. It was just a patch of grass basically covered dirt. They even couldn't dig under that. I don't know. I don't think it was cement or something like that, but it was crazy. And then so Soylent Green is basically they're finding ways to And this is theory and speculation and entertainment purposes only. But they're finding ways to basically break down the human body and process it in a way that they're feeding it to us, like KFC or like McDonald's or stuff like that. So that's what Soylent Green meat is. You need to look it up. It's on Google, it's on YouTube, and what you find is going to be very unsettling. And if you want to get into the uncanny valley, then go ahead and search that up. But yo, let's get to it.
Like, oh, that was so unique. They're thinking outside of the box. No, they're thinking inside of your skin, fool. What does the shirt say? God, take a look at this commercial. Really pay attention. Okay, you got the chicken. You got a sweater floating down. Then watch the people like in a cult or something. A big giant egg. They take the person to the water. Watch what happened, y'all.
All right, let me pause it right there. Yo, you seen that? Did y'all see that? They dipped the dude inside that batter. And watch what's gonna happen. Watch. Let me unpause it. Look at that shit. Believe in chicken. What does that even mean?
Now somebody explain to me, why on earth would they make a commercial showing them dipping a human into some water, turning them into chicken, KFC chicken? I don't really need the answer. I was just saying, I already know the answer. Do you? Let me know in the comments. This shit
It is
crazy,
very
fool.
crazy. That's crazy.
Well, Ariana Grande really showed that she's on the dark side of things, y'all. Not just because she's showing us her backside and that she got all red on. It's always the red, y'all. They love showing red. So y'all remember during the Oscars, she had 2 dresses on. One of them was this. I didn't notice before, but I noticed now. Look what's on her back, y'all. Do y'all see that shit? It's a red heel. So a lot of people looking at me like, what the hell are you talking about? Hold up. They say the devil's in the details, but the truth is hidden in plain sight, which is that shoe. If y'all haven't heard about the Red Shoe Club, go look it up. You will be amazed. So we all know that the red symbolizes what we bleed. The shoe wasn't worn by accident. And the fact that it's red too, that's just showing the ritual mark. So I need y'all thoughts down below. Did y'all catch this at the Oscars? And do y'all think I'm explaining it right? Or is it just
What does that mean,
fashion?
everybody? What does that mean?
Okay, so because this discovery is so new, a T-scale diagram does not exist yet, so I made one because I didn't like the graphics that have been circulating online. They don't really show you exactly what is happening, but I built this diagram to show you the exact scale of how insane this discovery is. So up here you have a Khafre's pyramid. It stands 471 feet tall by something wide. I forget what it is, but I looked it up. It's exact. The columns themselves, both their placement and their thickness, I don't know for sure. I haven't seen anything that gave precise dimensions. Also, there's 8 of them, so there's, an identical set behind. And there's some sort of spiraling structure that's like a coil that goes all the way up all of them. They have no idea what they are, if they're, hollow tubes on the outside or a staircase or what it is. But anyway, and the cubes that they go into, they're also exactly precise. Not their location, but their actual size. They're 250 feet by 250 feet. You can see here, this line here is 2,000 feet underground. So, you know, the cubes, the columns run down to 2,125 feet is where these cubes begin, which are 250 feet by 250 feet. So that's what we're looking at. And then this is where it gets really, really crazy. If you zoom all the way out, you can see, which is marked by this red line all the way down here, is where the rest of these structures lie, which is at a depth of 6,000 feet. Now, they said there's a whole entire network of structures at this depth, like big enough to be cities, that stretches for kilometers. They think maybe the whole entire complex is connected. It might run all the way to the Sphinx. Like, it could go on for miles. This is how insane this really is. This should give you a good idea of, you know, just the scale of engineering, what we're looking at, what they did. And yeah, I guess maybe we'll find out more in years to come. But you know, this is so bizarre. It's definitely more impressive and more crazier than we could have ever imagined as far as engineering is concerned. You know, I mean, the pyramids schmyramids at this point.
Damn, they were
with
building.
finding. So yeah, this is what it looks like. Pretty crazy.
Do you know what this place is? It's located in the center of the North Pole. And it's the center of the Earth magnetic field, known as the Taurus field. That black thing in the center of the whirlwind is the tallest mountain on Earth, far more taller than the Mount Everest. It's so tall that even it peaks reaching out the clouds. It's the Rupes Nigra, or the Black Rock, also known as Mount Meru. Some people also called it Mount Zion. You wouldn't find this massive mountain existence in mainstream science and media because it's deliberately concealed. Because if the world knew that there is such a huge mountain in the center of the Earth, it would change the course of history. This includes the true nature of our world will be rewritten, and that will undo the globe-shaped Earth theory and the entire timeline of the Earth from the beginning, and they don't want that. Look how the wind stream passes through that mountain. It blocks the wind stream because of its height and size. The Rupes Nigra, or the Black Rock, describes by Mercator as 33 French miles in size, or roughly 40 miles in diameter. It's purportedly explained why all compasses point to this location. The biggest shareholder of all the major
So let me
companies
pause it
in the
right
world.
there, right, guys? So, yo, imagine. It's just speculation, but imagine how much. If this is true, we've been lied to basically our whole lives. I mean, of course, we've been lied to our whole lives. Let's be real here. That right there, I don't even know. Also, yo, Tento's family. Shout out big baby boy Draco, daddy baby boy. He's all cute over there. Daddy loves you, Draco, my baby. Yeah, he's being a little sleepy, lazy boy over here, but he's the real star of the channel. Draco, cutest dog in the world, let me tell you. But yeah, if that's real, that's crazy work. Let's get to it.
Is Black Rock. It's named after this mountain.
So I found out who actually owns BlackRock, but there's something really weird about it. Because by now we know that BlackRock is in the top 3 shareholders of basically every corporation in America and beyond. And they do this using our money in things like retirement accounts, pension funds, IRAs, chain traded funds, mutual funds, but most people don't actually know who owns and controls BlackRock. We all know that it was founded by Larry Fink, and he's the face of the company, but he does not control it. When you try to find out who does control it, you'll usually find this list, which is the top institutional shareholders. Vanguard, BlackRock, and State Street are right at the top, just like every other company. But this is not the whole story. Because if you dig deep enough, you'll find out that actually Merrill Lynch owns 45% of BlackRock. And they're considered an insider, so they don't show up on the top institutional holders list. This merger took place in 2006. So actually Merrill Lynch controls BlackRock in a big way. But who controls Merrill Lynch? Well, Merrill Lynch is actually...
Let me pause it right there. Yo, I was talking to my wife the other day, right? And I had a speculation also in a theory. I know I keep saying those words, but you got to be careful, nowadays with, the choice of words. Anyways, so I was like, imagine, right? If every single company is really just owned by like two or three people and they want you to think that they're having like competition and this and that, and but they're all owned by the same people. So there is no competition. They all just profit. They want you to think that one product's better than the other, so you can buy one, but it benefits the other company, but it really just benefits everybody. That's what's crazy. How many companies are owned by one mega corporation? How many family companies are owned? How many neighboring companies are owned? It's basically a family tree, or like a whole diagram, like a whole tree diagram of, at the top, just like three people would be like Vanguard, BlackRock, or so on and so forth, and then you know everything under them, but only they own it. That that's crazy work. So here's another example. Imagine Pizza Hut, Little Caesars, Peter Piper's, Papa John, all of them, right, are different pizza companies. And they all serve different pizza. They're all, I don't like this one. Well, we're in competition with them. They all have different deals, different commercials, but at the end of the day, they're all owned by the same person. Just think about that. That's theory and speculation. All right, let's get to it.
A division of Bank of America, because Bank of America bought them out during the '08 financial collapse. So who owns Bank of America? Well, nowadays, Warren Buffett is the top shareholder of Bank of America because he owns Berkshire Hathaway, which is his billionaire investment firm. I'm still not sure what this top one is, this 25%. That's an anomaly, and I cannot corroborate what those shares are, but I found these shares. This is a screenshot from Berkshire Hathaway's 13F where they tell you all the things they hold, and I totaled up all of these Bank of America shares, and it equals 1,032,000,000 shares. That's 13% of Bank of America shares, equal to $33 billion. But I also dug in a little bit into where Bank of America came from and who founded them, and all modern banks are crazy histories of mergers and acquisitions and banks changing their names and merging with other banks, probably for no particular reason. But Bank of America traces its roots back in two different directions. One of which we're not going to talk about, and the other one is back to this Italian dude named Amadeo Giannini, who acquired what was then called Banca d'America d'Italia. Sorry for that accent. Over the years, it's changed its name to Bank America, and then in the biggest merger in history, merged with Charlotte-based Nation Bank in 1998. So I just thought it was interesting that half of the lineage of Bank of America was founded by this Italian dude that got really into Italian banking back in the early 1900s, when like there was a certain Italian organization that was doing a lot of things with money back then. I'm sure it was all above board though, obviously. But anyways, back to the weird thing that I can't figure out. Bank of America owns Merrill Lynch, who owns the vast majority of BlackRock. But they don't have anyone on the board as far as I can tell. Usually, the biggest shareholders of a company have representatives on the board that sort of represent their investment. But I've just
Let me pause it right there. See, that's the smartest thing that they could do, though, because the smartest thing you can do is be a nobody. So I'm not really going to get into depth about this, right? But back in the day, I used to do some things that, that were, I used to do illegal things. Not anymore. Anyways, the biggest thing, right, is having people work for you, but being a nobody, getting all the benefits from that. That's basically what they're doing. You know what I mean? That's basically what they're doing. They're the main person in BlackRock, or the main shareholder, is a nobody. Probably gave his shares within other people to put in their shares so it doesn't look like he has any ties to it. That would be the smartest thing ever. But it also, what I'm saying, probably not real. Who knows? It's just speculation and theory. Let's get to it.
Directors of BlackRock, and none of them have any real ties to Merrill Lynch or Bank of America, which seems pretty weird when you own almost half the company to not have any board members. The plot thickens. So two things. If you want to follow the history of Bank of America down the other trail, you might wind up at a certain family name that you aren't aware of that is really hard to find on the internet. That'll probably get videos taken down. Total conspiracy theories. And the other thing is, if anyone knows more than me or is literate in this or has info about why Merrill Lynch and Bank of America have no representatives on the board of BlackRock, I would love to know. After all, why would you own half of a company and then have no say in what that company's doing?
Okay, hold on. Let me pause it right there. Yo, so it says, so you're telling me we find out who, pew pew, JFK, and the next day we coincidentally find structures under the pyramid and no one's talking about JFK? Yeah, to be honest with you, that's what they do. That's what they do. We're about to uncover a crazy breakthrough of something, right? That people have been needing answers for a long time. And then boom, you find out some information. Now everybody's just joining on that like squirrel. That's the problem with today's society, yo. And I even have a problem with that myself. That we need to be stimulated 24/7. What about the Epstein files? You know, the JFK files, all these files that came out, and now because there's structures under the pyramid that they didn't even dig up and see themselves, they just scanned it with a computer or some sonar or radar or whatever are. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't even make sense. The distractions are real more than ever this time, and there's too many of them. There's something that's about to unfold, and they're covering up all of this right in front of our faces, and a lot of us are blind, or maybe a lot of us know what's going on, but we're too scared to do anything about it. Or maybe we feel like we can't do anything about it, or if we even did do anything about it, it wouldn't get anywhere. There's so much corruption, so much conspiracy, so much, but it's all speculation. It could be a literal meaning and be right in front of your face, or it could be a far reach and we don't even know what's going on at all. So, yo, hope you guys enjoyed the video. This one was a crazy one so far, one of the best ones yet. And it's only gonna get crazier from here. I got more videos coming out this week, more entertainment and more love. Yo, Tento's family, thank you so much for your subscriptions. And just know if you're rocking with me, I'm rocking with you. Also, check out the TikTok channel. I'm gonna post it right here. Yo, if you guys like, real life stuff, family content, and things that aren't reaction, conspiracies, video games, then check out the family talk. But other than that, much love Tento's family. Like and subscribe. And check out these people's TikToks if you want to find more about their channels. Got the little thing pinned at the bottom right. But on to the next one later.